I realized that people avoid healing because they really don't like to look into themselves. For them, it appears to be easier to look out instead of look in. And sometimes the healing is avoided because, let's be honest, sometimes people don't want to forgive. People would rather hold this particular thing over um, that person's head. Healing means that you have to take responsibility from some things that you have to um, change a part of you. And that's hard for people. But what I don't think people really realize is that what they're really avoiding is the very thing that they've been praying for, the very freedom that they have been praying for, and the truest version of them that God wants to reveal. Listen, don't get me wrong. Facing giants isn't easy, okay? Ask me how I know. It is not easy because a lot of times these giants are connected to survival. These giants expose your what your identity has been rooted in. It exposes your behavior. It requires humility, honesty, courage. And I've learned that one of the biggest parts, one of the biggest factors is honesty. No one wants to be honest about how they're feeling. They don't really want to expose what they've endured. They just don't want to be honest because sometimes that honesty didn't work well for them. Last time they were honest, it caused a negative consequence. Or they learned that honesty isn't the way to go. Either way it go, it seemed like it didn't serve them well, so they decided to just keep it within. Listen, I know it is hard to confront these giants. It is hard to confront these things that you've learned to endure, the things that you've learned to survive with. But what many people don't realize, and it took me a little while to learn this as well, is that the very thing that you're avoiding, it doesn't make it disappear. It only gives it permission to keep chasing after you. These giants begin to show up in your relationships, your decisions, your career, your finances, your emotions. They pop up everywhere like weeds. And here's a place you wouldn't even realize it shows up in. It shows up in your prior life. Listen, I remember one day I was in the middle of prayer and I had a hard time getting some words out of my mouth. It's something I truly desired of the Lord. But this giant kept my mouth closed because I was afraid. I had limited belief about myself and what the Lord wanted to give me. But I had to stop and inquire of the Lord and ask him what is going on here. And basically, I'm going to sum it up because I don't want to make this video long-winded. It was the giant of shame that was trying to chase me down. But I had to turn around and face it. God revealed it to me. And then he revealed the root. And when he exposed it, I surrendered it to him. And it took away its power. It is mandatory, it is necessary that you begin to face these giants that have been chasing you down all of your day. Listen, God doesn't expose these wounds. He doesn't expose you to these giants to shame you and cause you to shudder back in fear. It's inviting you to heal. It's an invitation to heal and to know what's inside of you, to reclaim your voice, to reclaim your authority, to reclaim the power that worketh inside of you. Here's what I've learned a while back. Healing isn't just about revisiting the pain. It's about reclaiming your power, reclaiming your voice, reclaiming your authority, reclaiming your life, and learning to walk in wholeness. So I have a question for you. How much longer are you willing to run from what God is inviting you to face? How much longer? What is it going to take? Have you counted the cost of how much is depleting you, how much is taking from you? But here's a sobering thought I want to give to you that I don't like to speak about, but the Lord has been telling me this time and time again. You don't have much time. You don't have much time to take this invitation. God has granted you grace over the years, over the decades, to deal with your internal affairs, to answer the call of healing, to go introspectively, to allow Him to enter into the places and spaces that you've been avoiding for years, the place where shame has resided, fear has resided, survival, hurt, anger, bitterness, unforgiveness. He has been inviting you to do a divine exchange, but yet and still you've been holding tightly. You've been keeping with it within. But I want you to know, my fellow warrior, you don't have much time to release it. This is your clearing call. This is a warning. I don't give those often. This is your time to release what God has been inviting you to let go of, to turn and face the giants that He has already obliterated. He just wants you to stand. He wants you to regain your voice, reclaim your courage, reclaim your sound. How much longer? How much longer are you willing to face what God has been inviting you to let go of? Think about it. Comment below. And I want you to follow this page for more. Matter of fact, save this video because you need to listen to this again. So a lot of people don't want to face themselves, but now is the time. Stay connected to this page because I have a lot more kingdom solutions for you to help you to walk in wholeness, to help you to walk in freedom and liberation. By the way, my name is Ajazia, the Warrior Solutionist, and I help high-achieving leaders, those who are divinely unfolding, those in transition, redefine and rebrand their lives from the inside out. Talk to you soon. Peace.